I do believe that's working. We are just going to wait until these ads solidify. Excuse me. It's always hard talking for the first time in a day. Alright, so that's working. And the ads have solidified. No, they haven't. They're still saying starting soon. Ad Manager has been such a pain in the butt lately. And I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna run my ads here. As soon as they start. Okay, there we go. Hi, Doug. I know, I'm a couple minutes late. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you're hearing this message, either you have a subscription or you're watching this as a VOD, either on Twitch or on YouTube. This is a brief thing that I do in order to get rid of the pre-roll ads for about an hour. So if you don't want to hear my pre-roll spiel, go ahead and skip ahead to 2 minutes and 30 seconds ahead in the video, or whenever you see the pre-roll screen that I've got playing now disappear if you're scrubbing through. That'll get you right to the gameplay. In the meantime, if you are watching on YouTube, thank you very much for doing so. I would appreciate your subscription if you like this kind of long-form content. It's really just the replays of Twitch, and that's wonderful because if you're watching on Twitch as well, I would really appreciate a follow. I do this for fun, so it's great to have new friends and new people here to hang out, and just to have the regulars come back. So if you feel like that's something you'd be interested in, I would love to have you here. On top of that, if you're finding difficulty in getting to see me live, feel free to join the Discord. There's links in the bios of both Twitch and YouTube, and we have a great little community going. Lots of fun, lots of friends, meme channels, suggestions and feedback for if there's something you'd like to see on the feed or on the channel, as well as a current list of all my Steam games for if you'd like to see me prioritize something that we can add into the rotation. Let's see. Oh, there's also a tracker for when I will play my next horror game. I hate playing horror games, but I did make deals with my chat that when we reach average viewership numbers, that I would play certain games. And we're coming up on that a lot sooner than I'd like. The average viewership has to be only 5 people for the first one to be played, and yeah, I'm getting a little worried about how close that's coming. So if you'd like to see a grown man terrified, or at least hear him terrified, that's a great way to do it. Is there anything else? I can't quite remember. I really should start making a script for this so that I don't have to just go off memory and thoughts. Oh, the Steam sale is coming up towards the end of the month, which means I will probably be picking up Blueprints then, regardless of if it ran the bit goal, the bit and sub goal. And then we'll add that into the gameplay rotation probably in October, I think, because Conop is still gone for a while, and I don't want her to miss out on most of it. Anyway, with that, the pre-roll ads are done. I'll just get rid of this screen again. Thank you for sitting through that. And we're back to chat live. So thank you very much for sitting through that, Doug. I appreciate you always being here. How is your day going, friend? I'm actually surprised to see you here now. Usually you're asleep for a good number of hours already. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing so great. It's nice to have you as always. It's been alright so far. I woke up, I ate some popcorn, I had some coffee, played some Final Fantasy, and now I am back here to stream some Raft for a while. Ah, that's fair. That's fair. Alright, now for the hard part, remembering what we were doing. I think part of it was getting the... Not here. Part of it is I need to get to more islands. Did I drop my anchor? I think I did. Because there was an island somewhere nearby, I believe. Sure, Doug, you can get the VIP. Just give me 1 second here. I want to make sure I'm not moving. Yeah. Limu, Emu, and Doug. Community roles manager. There we go. It doesn't really do much for you, but you are welcome to have it anyway. Limu, Emu, and Doug. There we go. VIP. Alright, you should have it now. I forgot, actually pausing that does nothing. Oh, that's why. Ooh, ooh. Drop anchor. Oh, that was perfect positioning. Nice. Now, unfortunately, what is not perfect is the amount of wood I have. No worries, Doug. I appreciate you being here, even if your internet's being a little wonky. You do indeed. You are, as they say in the weird businesses, an early adopter. Alright, let's take this off. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here so much. I have said it many times, but I really do appreciate everyone that comes to hang out on the stream, and especially because I'm still such a small channel, every time you guys are here, it helps motivate me, and it helps me feel like I have friends again, so I am happy to do things like that for you when I can. Well, I appreciate that. It does mean a lot, and that's you, and for everyone that actually comes to watch. I have a good number of friends now, and that is so nice for me. I think I have told you, but I have been tremendously sick for far too long, and as a result, I don't have a lot of opportunity to get out or to visit real-life friends. That's why yesterday when my nephew wanted to come over, it was a big deal for me. It was important that I prioritize that, because I don't get much human interaction anymore. But having you guys here, being with me while I stream, being able to talk to you, it's really nice. I appreciate your presence. We just watched some anime, actually. Very recently, he and my niece, actually, within the last couple of years, started to discover anime. And I had to wait for them to discover it on their own, so that it was a cool thing that we happened to share an interest in, not just that weird thing Uncle Hero likes. So... now that they're at that point where they discovered it naturally, I can show them all the cool stuff that I've been watching and that they would otherwise miss. In this case, it was, what What were we watching yesterday? We were watching something called To Be Hero X, which is a superhero story made in China. It's not actually anime per se because it's not Japanese, but it is pretty wonderfully animated, which is cool. Yeah. My, Grace, go away. My niece actually has only watched with us once, but I'm saving that time I got reincarnated as a slime for when she's here. She and he together will watch it with me. That's our group series right now. I just thought it would be fun to have things that we could watch together as opposed to individually, and that way people aren't getting left out. It is surprisingly entertaining, yes. I did watch that one. I usually prefer to read the manga first, or the light novel if I can find it. But it was really hard to find that one consistently. Like, for whatever reason, they stopped updating it on all the usual places I read, and it hasn't been ported far enough into North America officially for me to buy the licensed product yet. I do try to, as often as possible. One of the ones that I've been able to do that for recently is called Hell Mode. And I really enjoy that series too. It's about this guy who... Usually, yeah. Surprisingly, there are some exceptions. That's fine. You know, Doug, there are some people that would be frustrated by dissenting opinions. I, on the other hand, welcome it. I think that if people have different thoughts than me, different opinions, it makes life more interesting. So whenever someone's like, no, I think you're wrong, I don't like that. Cool. Here's why I think you're wrong. Here's why you think I'm wrong. We can have a discussion about that. It's not... We can't grow as people unless we have dissenting opinions. So I think it's cool. If you want to put an emoji like that on purpose from time to time, we can talk about it all you like. Okay, we're gonna go this way towards this large island. I haven't been towards a large island in a while. Not at all. You're fine. I appreciate you being concerned about it, but as I said, that is not something that actually concerns me. It is something that I enjoy and that I welcome. Having conversations with people is cool. Now, I think I actually have to... put a door on here. That's what I need to do. Oh no, I'm sure I'll have haters eventually. And I think reasonably so. You guys get a very chill version of me where, because I'm relatively in control of the situation and what's said, I don't have to... Hi Grim, welcome back. Thank you for joining. I don't have to worry about... And this is a really weird thing to say, by the way. But I don't have to worry about people with an attitude not liking what I'm saying and therefore just kicking me or getting rid of me. Because I have had that happen from time to time, where we're having a discussion and someone doesn't know how to control their own emotions, they can't regulate themselves enough, and they just decide, well, it's easier not to talk with you, therefore I will just ban you. And it's tremendously annoying when that happens, but unfortunately it does. So for me to have that control instead means people don't get banned. We can just talk about things. And I think there are very few instances where there wouldn't be the case. Grace, go away. Oh, that's right. I was trying to cook up some more iron. There we go. Anyway, how was your stream, Grim? I was there for a little bit, but not as much as I would have liked. I'm sorry about that. You know my addiction is strong. 1, 2, 3. I gotta put it over here. And technically I could do those, but I'm not going to. They don't matter that much. At least not right now. Cabbage Patch? Oh, is Cabbage Patch the husband that you made? Yeah, you gotta have the right disposition to enjoy Sims. It's entertaining, but it's not great. For a lot of people, it's just not what you expect. Nice, nice. I'm gonna build some more nails. That's fair. Finding games you want to play can be very hard sometimes. Oh, I need a little bit more plastic. I shouldn't have tossed all of that. And I need some water right away. I'm gonna make world peace. Well, I'm curious about Dadish as well now. You gotta tell us what it is. Yes, that's fine. That's right. An awesome platformer and funny as well, okay? And what makes it so awesome and funny? It's a dad who is a radish, and his radish babies run away, and now he has to get them back. Okay, okay. So it's vaguely like Turnip Boy commits tax evasion? I told you, I think I missed my calling as a dentist. Oh, actually, funny story. This one I haven't told you guys before. Um, back back when back when I was a kid, I had to go to the dentist once, and I guess for whatever reason I misinterpreted what laughing gas was supposed to do by the name. So I'm sitting in the dentist's office and I've been hit with laughing gas, but I'm not I'm not actually under the effects of the laughing gas so much as far as being tranquilized. I'm literally laughing and telling jokes to the dental assistant who's trying to work on my teeth. And apparently she had to stop a couple times because I made her giggle so hard she didn't have steady hands. Which I found quite amusing, that my misinterpretation could lead to my actually telling jokes. I was a silly, silly boy. If you were to ask me what jokes, I couldn't tell you anymore because it has been a very long time since that happened. I just know that it did at some point. We're gonna leave. No, we're actually gonna pick these up. Okay, Doug has a story. What is your story, Doug? Please share with the class. I shall give you the talking stick. Put the potatoes on. Grab a soup. Cook. And I still wanted to make a door. How have I not made a door yet? There we go. Yeah, that way. There we go. So once in primary school, Doug took 2 snails and stuck them in class. The next day the snails had made babies, and by a week to a month, he forgot, the eggs had hatched and the classroom was infested with snails. My teacher still doesn't know it's him. That's quite a confession to make. Let's hope that there wasn't any damage as a result of that. I am all for pranks and silly things happening, and sometimes you do have to hide it. It's just for the better. If it's harmless overall, sometimes it's better not to let people know. There we go. Gonna eat that and pick this up. There were snails on the walls and stuff. I don't know that I could actually use that classroom in that condition. You guys know I am very much a city boy, and the thought of having snails crawling around where I'm trying to study really creeps me out. I can't handle insects and bugs of any sort, really. It does drive me absolutely creepy crawly terrified. And it's not that I want to be. I just am, is the issue. Well, hello, Clarissa. Welcome back. Thank you for joining. How are you doing today? I have indeed been camping, but I didn't like it. I think when I was a kid, I actually enjoyed it a lot more, but it has been a very long time since then. I used to go with my parents Doug says the teacher had obviously guessed it was me at some point because I was the only one capable of that, and she forced me and my friend group to find all the snails and take them out one by one. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, it was you after all. Mirror, there we go. I knew there was a button for that. Yeah. Oh yes, Clarissa, meet Doug. He's been here for a while now, and he's been very nice to have. I hope you're able to get along well with him. He likes beetles, and he likes my stories. And just to emphasize a bit of the fun, he pairs well with Grimm's gremlin energy. That's all I can really say about that, is they do indeed have gremlin energy. But how are you doing today, Clarissa? I haven't seen you for a while. I mean, I have in other channels, but it's so nice to have you here. Nuh-uh. Aw, I'm sorry to hear you haven't been well. Hopefully you feel better soon. Yeah. Oh. Grace, go away. Where is this stupid shark? Oh, that was pufferfish and shark. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go right now. Oh no. Oh no. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm not quite dead. And now I'm dead. Stupid Grace. I got so caught up. Lost 2/3 of my inventory to that. All because I couldn't see Where the hell is Grace? What was that? That was nuts! And where is my stuff? Did it just get destroyed? If it got destroyed, I am going to be real annoyed. It looks like it did. What the crap? Okay. I'm going to stop going out there before I lose more. Alright. I will keep that in mind, Doug. We're going to have to give up on this island, unfortunately. I have gotten my butt kicked entirely too hard by that stupid shark that shouldn't have been able to get me. The pufferfish really screwed me over. So, we're going to continue on as if nothing happened. I actually did not know that, Doug. Do you know the reason why? Oh, I lost some of my metal too. Oh well. That makes sense. That does make sense. Let's go grab some water. I've heard the only mosquitoes that bite are female as well. They actually, I remember seeing a YouTube short about how scientists had managed to genetically engineer a breed of fly that, although it could still operate and function as normal, for whatever reason they had changed it so that its injector point, its nose thing, couldn't actually penetrate human skin. So it just made it so that we were immune to the mosquitoes. Which I thought was pretty cool. I didn't know that was a thing that could happen, but I guess they can just do that now. Genetically modified fissionisms. Bugganisms. I agree. Oh, speaking of Clarissa, have you had a chance while you're sick to fight some bug dragons? I heard, and I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but I've heard, Clarissa, that they are actually one-shot by the expendable napalm. If you hit their wings with the expendable napalm, it one-shots them. Which I guess makes sense, because it would incinerate their wings rather than just putting little bullet holes through them. But I intend to try that soon. How can you hate the Hive Lord? I mean, it's hard to kill, obviously, but it is so cool. Giant thing just reaching out of the ground. I don't like it, but I like it. That it is. I absolutely will not argue that point. It is a real pain in the butt to kill. I think I've still only been part of killing 2. It'll be different, I believe, when I finally have the missile silo, because I hear that's very handy. I don't have it yet. I just got the expendable napalm last night. But a lot of people are justifiably frustrated. They are apparently nerfing the destruction force of the silo. Which is funny because even smoke, orbital smoke can now destroy things, but for some reason they've got more or the same force as a portable nuke. Let's see, Doug says, also scientists found out that the females from a specific species of bird prefer males with darker chests. And they colored a male's chest darker, and they found out that almost all the females in that area became pregnant from that specific male bird. That's fair. That's fair. Well, like I said, Clarissa, anytime you want to play, just let me know. I am happy to make some time for you. I will even pry myself away from Helldivers if you'd like, and I can always come with you. We can do some super credit farming if you like, or some metal farming. I'm happy to do that. I still need to remember to put those channels up. But yes, Doug, that is interesting. I do like learning about weird animal behaviors. Where is... There we go. I took an interest in it a lot more since I started playing Subnautica 2. Because... Oh, I have shark meat. I'll eat that. When you have no way to defend yourself against creatures, you have to learn more about them and then learn how to avoid them instead. And when you start looking into why things are certain ways, it becomes a very enjoyable experience just trying to figure out what makes them tick. So, for example, in Subnautica, there is this terrifying thing that it looks like a squid with a big light bulb shaped head. It's called a crab squid. And said crab squid emits an electromagnetic pulse that will short circuit all of your electronics, like your submarine and your flashlight and things. And if you're... the only thing that aggravates them is light. So all you have to do is turn off your ship lights in order to stop him from doing that. And I think that the fact they put that in as just a natural behavior for it is really interesting. And yes, I suppose I am cooking Dadish. I'm sorry? I'm not sure. Dadish is probably delicious as well. I am making a ship. So it's still only part way, but you can see that my raft is quickly becoming a boat. So that's the front end of it that I'm building over here. You can see it a little better from this side where it's done. That it's actually got the shape of a ship. I wish I could do nicer wood, but they don't have the ramps in that nicer wood. So I just have to make do with what I have. No, those aren't walls. That's the hull of the ship. So you know how a ship would generally have a sealed lower section that creates the buoyancy? It seals the air inside to keep the ship afloat. That's what this part is, or what it's meant to be. It just so happens to also create nice storage areas down here for all of the mechanical bits. And once I get the rest of this built out, it will also have a very nice deck for me to be walking around on. Just at the moment, it has to go a little slower because I need to get metal in order to reinforce these floorboards. Otherwise, Grace will come over and eat them. And this just stops her from attacking them. I am curious by what you mean by cooked pineapples. I am unfamiliar with what you were referring to with the cooked pineapples. Are you talking about this? This is a bird nest. So there is a story. I won't reveal too much because we'll figure out more as we go. But you start out no knowledge of anything. You're just floating on your little 2x2 raft trying to survive. And this is the only information you have. So a picture with a quote relevant to your specific character, as well as the instructions. You are a forward scout. Your raft is your home. Your hook is your friend. If your raft breaks, you patch it up. If your hook is lost, you make another. If you find the big blue stretching out forever, that means you aren't paying attention. There's nothing you can't make if you have the right salvage. Follow any radio frequencies. If it's still broadcasting, it's above water. Others have come before you, more will come after you. Be sure to mark the way. The world is gone, but its stories remain. Gather as many as you can. And for Pete's sakes, watch out for sharks. So, essentially, the world itself has flooded. And I think the implication is that it's flooded due to global warming. And so you've been sent out as a forward scout to try and find a place that is still habitable for humans, a place for making a home. And as you're going, you're discovering notes of the people that you have been living in these places with the radio signals. So you hear about owl, you hear about cuckoo, you hear about sparrow, and these are the code names of the people that are there. And specifically, they start mentioning new places. Like they talk about picking up radio signals from Balboa Island, from Tangaroa City, from Selene. And these are places that you're going to explore eventually. They're just foreshadowing them. The game was developed through an early access system, meaning that some of these places weren't added until later. It is, yes. So the final chapter, as I was just saying, is just the last update they put in to actually finish the game. But step by step, they added more of these places in as they were ready. So it's not as though there are separate games of Raft, but there are separate sections that you get to explore. I think it's fun. It's worth playing if you haven't yet. And you can see like cities in the blue. They're trying to build floating cities. They're trying to... or we actually discovered a ship, like a luxury yacht that had crashed. And we'll find recurring characters as we go, but never really people for the most part, unless they're other characters you can unlock and play. Yeah. As for why the planet would flood due to global warming, I don't know. Maybe the ice caps melted, maybe meteors crashed. I don't know. That's not really explained. But I know that they talk about a reactor being at Selene, and it's one of the ways that they're trying to create enough power to maintain civilization or to start it up again. And in the meantime, we're just trying to survive. Gotta go popo in the popo. Okay. Not entirely sure what that means, but you go for it. I'm guessing you mean a bathroom break. Also, yes, I did name the gray shark, or the shark Grace, but that's not really me that named it Grace. That is something I stole from Let's Game It Out. The guy who runs that channel, his name is Josh, and Josh has a particular penchant for naming anything that he torments or that torments him Grace. That is his thing, and I think it's just hilarious, and it kind of stuck for me. So I call the shark Grace. I think technically internally it's known as Bruce. In one of the earlier settlements that we found, I think the first one actually, the guy or somebody had scrawled on the walls about Bruce as a reference to Jaws, because that was the name of the shark from Jaws. And yeah, that's basically it. Is the internal name for her is Grace, and or is Bruce. Actually, Nerd when? I don't quite understand, but okay. Let's get a few more of these. I think I can do a little bit more building before I go. And I also need a few more hooks. Maybe one? Yeah, one is enough. There we go. I just want to make sure everything is filled up and ready because I'm going to be in bad shape when I come back. It is unfortunately very strenuous on your resources to go exploring islands. Not just because of Grace, but because the resources tend to tick down really quickly when you're trying to do things. So, the island is up there. I don't know if I can get far enough away from Grace yet. I'll have to wait for her to attack the ship, I think. Fair enough. I mean, I wasn't particularly set on that being reality to begin with. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's just the storyline as far as I know. Is that the world is currently underwater in this game. And there are a lot of things that people with half knowledge will put into video games, and you just have to roll with it because it's in-world lore. There's no point in really arguing against it. That's what they decided it is, and so therefore it is. Give me 1 second, and then I will be. I just want to finish up this wall real quick. Close enough. Okay, we're gonna save. Back to main menu for a moment. Yes, I'm ready to sing. Or as ready as I'm going to be. Okay, thank you. Yes. You missed it the other day, Clarissa. I sang the Muse song, Zero to Hero. And this one I've actually been looking forward to singing. It's Go the Distance. Give me 1 sec here. All right. I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be. I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to feel like I belong." And then he goes do 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 do, and then there's the little interlude, and he comes back and he's like, "I am on my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. Somehow I'll be strong. I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to feel like I," here comes the big note, "belong." There you go. That's Hercules. We'll get back to the game. I'm sorry for the pause. I think I was still off key a little bit in there, but it wasn't bad for just going right into it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed my awful singing. Alright, we gotta get Grace to leave us alone. I don't really have any way to do that. Maybe I can make a spear? I can probably make a spear here. A spear, spear, spear. There we go. I need some more planks. Oh, Doug, you flatter me. I don't think you're telling me the truth, but you flatter me. I'm not sure when Grace is gonna bite next. And I used up all my wood like a dum-dum. Alright, that should be close enough, I think. We're gonna eat real quick. Do I have more potatoes on here? I have one potato on here. Water. Pretty soon, I think I can actually put some lights up in here too, which will be nice. It is a fun little name to call her. Which, Doug, I think you might have been away from the keyboard when I started talking about it. But I call the shark Grace because it's hard not to call her Grace. Oh, you mean the Brain Rot song. Yes, yes. I can understand that. But I call her Grace because of Let's Game It Out. That's what he calls whoever he's tormenting, whichever NPC he's doing that to. And I just think it's hilarious, and so it sticks for me. Damn it. Yeah. I do like me some Josh. He's a very funny man. Got her. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. His favorite pastime... Grace, go away. His favorite question to ask is there a limit? And then he tries to find out if there is by spending way too much time on it. I agree. You can, yes. She's just very sturdy and takes a long time. But you can eventually kill her, and you can eat her, and then it takes about 5 minutes for her to respawn. Yeah. I really enjoy Josh's content, especially... I think what really got me hooked on him was his Satisfactory series. I actually got Satisfactory because of him as well. Oops, I am drowning. And I think it's hilarious that he breaks the game so hard with his conveyor belt tornado that they used it on the storefront page as just something that can be done. You know, Clarissa, if you'd be interested, and I don't I don't know if you would. There is that list of games that I've pinned to the current games channel, and I do have a couple of simulators in there. Power Wash Simulator, Supermarket Simulator, I think maybe another one or two. If you have one of those that you'd like to see me play, just let me know. Leave it in the suggested channel and I can prioritize it for you. I just also know that you have a lot of channels you go hang out in and moderate for. So if you have a time you would like me to play that so that you can come watch and enjoy it just without having to stress, let me know. I'm happy to do that for you. Power Wash Simulator is fun. It's very addicting with the dings. That is one thing I can still do for you guys is, because I am a relatively small channel, aside from just giving you VIP status for coming to hang out so often, I can try and tailor when I'm streaming and what I'm streaming to you. Goat Simulator did seem like a lot of streamer bait. But it did seem entertaining too. I like how they skipped Goat Simulator 2 for the joke and just went straight into Goat Simulator 3. That I did appreciate as well. I don't really need more copper right now. I think I've got enough. Yeah. Oh, by the way, just so you guys know as well. Okay. Well, thank you for hanging out, Doug. I appreciate you being here for as much as you could. You have a good day, and I will hopefully see you next time. I should be on at the same time tomorrow to play more Raft. But just so you guys know, there should be a Steam fall sale coming up soon. And if there's anything in particular you want me to add to my wish list, let me know, and I'll see if it comes on sale and if I can afford it. As you may have noticed from the description on the channel, I use sub and bits goals as a means to get things early or to fund getting new games for the stream. So if there's stuff that's cheap, I might be able to get it just on sale rather than waiting for the bits goals to be met. Sub and bits goals. And there's a couple I'm already waiting on, but I can spend some money for it. No worries. See you later. Have a good day. Or good night, I guess. Yeah. See you then. Hopefully. If not, the schedule's back to normal on Monday. And as for me, I still need to get my medal. I think I'm far enough away from the shark still. Grace can go away. But yeah, as I was saying, Clarissa, like I have a couple of simulators or anything on that list, really. If you would like to see me play it, just let me know what time works for you and what game you'd like to see me play, and I'm happy to do that for you. Grace, go away. I'm gonna need to make a bow again. I know you're in a lot of channels as moderator and stuff, and you don't have to do that here. So you can just sit and relax and enjoy it as long as you want. I am happy to accommodate you as best I can. Where the hell is Grace? Well, fair enough. And that's cool too. I appreciate that. I like that you come hang out regardless. I'm just saying I'm also happy to accommodate you. And with the current games list that I have on there, if there's something that you think you might be interested in, just let me know. I'm happy to prioritize it. Basically, you guys are cool, and I like to do things that you will enjoy. Alright, let's get you going that way. I have to go raise my anchor. And then how do I make a bow again? I think I need bolts. Where's my bow? Weapons. Here it is. Planks, rope, 2 vine goo, and a bolt. Okay. I can do that. That's not too bad. I'm gonna start smelting these though. And I need to grab some more vine goo. Oh, I have some. Good. And then it's just some planks. I should be far enough away from the island. Let's get rid of this. Do I really not have any more planks? I guess not. Well, I mean, that makes sense. I'm burning through a lot of them trying to make the ship look nice. And trying to make the ship in general. Okay, we're gonna continue cooking these then. Because I am almost at the point where the front of the ship won't get eaten anymore. Almost. Not quite, but almost. And that will be huge for me. I still need to build out the back a little bit more, but once I'm at that point, I can stop focusing so much on trying to build and reinforce the ship. No, it's not. It's just that it's not actually a ship, it's a raft. Meaning you can't actually seal it in and keep the water out. It's just treated as though the whole thing is these planks. Because it starts off with just 4 planks together. And if you don't mind a little bit of mechanic talk, the entire world generates around your initial 4 raft pieces. So the center point in between them, and these are not my initial 4 by the way, is actually the area around which everything else spawns. So Grace will circle this point, your raft is dependent on this point, islands generate around this point, and so everything is kind of dependent on that. If, for example, you don't anchor your raft down and you go to an island, once your raft gets too far away, the island just disappears. Because you're too far from the raft, and so the world doesn't generate anymore. Same thing with all of this trash floating in the ocean. The ocean isn't moving the trash. It's statically generated out in the distance in the direction that your ship is moving. Or the direction that your raft is moving. And so, like, I just enjoy making my raft into a boat. But, for example, we can go back to the main menu for a second here. And you can see that lots of people just make them like little houses. They make them whatever they want. Like, it's a free building game. Think of Minecraft, except that you don't go hunting for the resources. The resources come to you. And interestingly, Grace is not necessarily the only shark you have to contend with. So if you're playing on hard mode, up to 4 of them can spawn at once. And so you can't really play hard mode as a single player. That's meant for multiple players. Because there's just no way you can keep up with stopping your raft from getting eaten at that point. It would actually be impossible, I think. And I just found this particular design works. because I know that all of the trash spawns in over there. I don't need to place these at like random sections all over the place. I just make it wide enough to catch everything. There we go. Also, this hook is very important at the start of the game when you only have your 4 little pieces. You have to throw it out in order to try and reel things in. You have to catch them on the hook. Which I think is fun. It's a cute little detail. Okay, let's build this bow again. I need a little more rope. There we go. And I need some more of these too. Planks and stones. You're also not only at the whim of the ocean or of the wind for where you're going. So I can, for example, use this to rotate the ship. And although I haven't made them yet, I unlocked the recipe for an engine. A little paddle engine so that I can actually direct where I'm going. Which is cool. I like that. That's neat. Right, I was making some arrows. Did I get more wood? I did get more wood. Weapons, arrows, here we go. There we go. Okay. With that, I should be able to actually get away from Grace now. She has been a thorn on my side every time I've tried to get off the raft for a while. And that changes now. Again. The puffer fish at that large island, whoops, really kind of messed us over. Get on the ship, please. Thank you. Being part way between building it, it can be fairly frustrating. Nothing is where I need it to be yet. Everything is just kind of hanging out. Because I don't have a place for everything, so nothing is in its place. And soon enough, we'll actually be able to... Like, once I get the engines, we'll be able to start going to places and getting some of the cooler stuff. About 90... Well... Probably about 75 to 80% of the game is actually this initial, like, setup phase. Ooh. Because once you have the ability to move freely, you're no longer bound by the same rules of the ocean. You're able to go against the current, and that makes life a lot more interesting. The way they actually have things running is pretty cool. The initial 2 or 3 locations you can visit will always spawn in the direction of the wind for you. So you can always get there. And if you pass that point, like once you get the engines, all of the places that you need to go are against the wind, so you have to build the engine in order to get there, and that's how it forces you to gather all the materials necessary to keep going, which I think is cool. It's an interesting way to force progression rather than letting you stumble across things. Sorry, singing took a toll on me. I'm gonna be coughing for a little bit. I need a couple more of these. Good. And let's get some more wood here. There we go. feel like a large island just spawned in with that little camera hiccup. So we're going to break this, and we're going to put this in. It's my last... No, I do have a couple more metal ingots. That's good. They're just cooking right now. So we'll grab everything out here. And I think a couple more this way. I can actually grab everything. I need to finish this up. Good. And that one, excellent. Oh, still a little bit short. That's okay. Yeah, there's the large island. Where are we going? Oh! No, I'm still going in the direction of the wind. We're good. I was like, why am I twisted? I am a little bit. We're gonna rearrange the raft here. We're gonna pull you up. And I am going to need to place this better soon, but for now... Oops. For now, this will do. I need to rotate the other way. Nope, wrong way. Okay. I think when I ran into that little tiny derelict raft earlier, I rotated myself by accident. This should fix that, hopefully. We're gonna make a couple more nails too. And by a couple, I mean a lot. Because I need to finish building out this way. Oh, I need to get some more water purifying too. Okay. We're going to try this again. And hopefully... What? Hold on. Am I going backwards? I am going backwards. Whoops. Okay, we're going to rotate all the way around. That's funny. I didn't mean to do that at all. Alright, that should be good, I think. Yeah, there we go. No wonder it felt a little weird. Not that it truly matters, but conceptually I want to be going forward. I'm not sure. Yeah, I probably should. I was going to say, I'm not sure if I should try and go to this island again, but I really should. I have much that I need to do. Much more iron that I need to grab. So we're going to eat. I'm going to drop this off so these get watered. I'm going to drink that. And then a little bit more of this. We are honestly getting right next to the point where I can stop worrying so much about resources. I can automate some of these processes. We're just a little tiny bit behind right now. Oh, right, I need to water these. Oh! Well, oh!
Just followed.
Well, thank you very much for the follow, Icecap Rat. How are you doing today? I hope you enjoyed the follow sound with that nice little old school Game Boy ping. That is my favorite. Well, I appreciate you joining. I hope your work on the computer is going well. If I ever try and ask you something, don't feel obligated to interact. I'm just trying to make conversation because I appreciate it when people are here. Alright, I need to extend this out this way, I think. Like that. Yeah, that'll probably do. And then this one as well, if I put you out here, I should be able to... Oh, I didn't need this one. Oh well. We'll tear this down. I think... I don't remember which one I did or did not need. Maybe it was this one I didn't need. I've suddenly got myself completely off pace for where the bones of this ship need to be. And I think it's here. Yeah, like that. So this one can extend this way. And I think I need another one over here. Well, thank you so much. I am assuming you are the same Icecap Brad that I am thinking of, that I happen to know in real life. There are not many people I can imagine who would go with that specific name. You have missed some things today, including my singing Hercules, which is always an interesting experience. Alright, I figured you would. I hear Grace chewing on the raft. Where is that island? Oh, but my inventory's full right now. Okay, never mind. How is the work on the computer going, friend? Anything fun and exciting going on? Let's go toss some more stuff overboard here. Ooh, that's not what I needed. That's not what I needed. There we go. Okay, we're good. Drop that, drop that. I can go put this in here. What an ominous way to assure me that you're the person I think you are. Yes, I do know where you live. Crap. Grace, no. Go away. I mean, you're right. It's just an ominous way to confirm that. Come on. There we go. Stay away from me, Grace. I don't want you here. Oh, and of course there's a vulture that wants to drop things on my head. Whoa. Well, thank you. And that's fair. That is fair. You have actually joined at one of the... Yeah, thanks. You would not be the only one. You've joined at kind of a calm point where some of the people that usually watch have gone to bed already. During the week, in the mornings is a much more popular time. But there are an awful lot of gremlins in my chat that are also cheering for the shark. Actually, if Grim is still here, she's among them. Users in chat. No, I guess Grim took off for the day. But yeah, she usually cheers for the shark as well. Which is okay. I mean, if people want to be mean to me, that's just my lot in life. Oh, crap. This is a bad island. I don't want to be here. There's a vulture coming to drop things on my head. That I can't seem to hit. And there's a board down at the ground trying to run me off the island. Okay, you know what? Can I hit you? I hit you. Good. I'm not sure how many hits this guy will take to make him go away. But I hope he does soon. Come on. Land, you butt. I don't know how many arrows I have left, which is not great. These things are tremendously dangerous because no matter when or where you are, until they're dead, they will keep trying to drop things on you. Thankfully, I don't think they respawn, but they can just ruin your day. And they are unfortunately very accurate. So we're not going to rush. We're just going to let him keep doing his thing. And eventually, we'll bring him down. How did that hit? Oh, that is annoying. If I die, I'm going to be so annoyed. Leave me alone, bird. I think I almost have him. I must have sunk like 6 or 7 shots in already. No! Alright. I'm leaving. I don't like this island. This island sucks. Don't know why I keep trying for the big ones. I went to another screen. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look, I play games because I'm lonely and bored. I make no claims of quality, okay? Bird did win. If you think that's bad, you should have seen me trying to play Grounded. Yeah. You should have seen me trying to play Grounded. If you don't know, Grounded is a game that's very much like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, except that it is a survival crafting experience in your backyard, and the combat system, we just don't jive. Like, I can't really play that game. I end up dying frequently and without managing to accomplish anything. Well, if you ever want to try it next time you're over, just let me know. You are more than welcome to do so. Do I have another piece of iron ready? I hope so. Yeah, I do. The problem is, I think I need to make a new bow pretty soon. This thing took an awful lot of damage. Really? Another big island? I don't want another big island. Also, why is my ship skewed? I'm gonna have to move you up. That's true. And no one can say I'm not. Oh, wrong way. This way. There we go. That's right. And now I'm going to have to go a little bit more to the... this way. The west. Just a touch. Okay. I still have some bowls, that's good. So I don't know if you saw, I actually do have a schedule on Twitch for when I stream, and I found that 2 hours is plenty for this game because I'm already starting to hit that point where I'm getting so overwhelmed with things I want and need to do that I'm getting lost in the objectives. And at the start of it, everything seems so easy to manage, so nice and relaxing. Get up before you get eaten. There we go. And then towards the end, I feel like everything has devolved into chaos and nothing is working as I want it to. But I have half an hour longer, and I'm going to hold myself to it. It's the only bit of normalcy I get in my life. Alright, so we're going to break that. Put a new nice piece of wood in. It's facing the right direction. Good. Okay, the front section is now secure. Grace will no longer eat it. The back section, significantly less so. So we're going to drop this anchor, and I think I can toss some of this. Put these in here just to make sure I'm full up on that. I might build out the raft a little bit more this way. Do I still have... Not really. I still need a new hook. Oh yeah, actually I haven't updated it yet, but tomorrow at 11... Oh no. During the weeks at 11 a.m. is when I start my stream usually. Yesterday I was doing a cat quest? Yeah, cat quest. So we'll be continuing that on Monday. I don't know if you will even have time to watch that day, but just so you know, that is meant to go in, and King's Quest is supposed to be filled in during an afternoon slot, like at 1 o'clock that day. I've been a little lazy because I've been wanting to play Final Fantasy XIV a lot more. So that hasn't been happening recently. I will get back to it soon. I'm pretty addicted when I start Final Fantasy. It takes me a while to lose interest in that, or to slow down enough to go do something else. It will return sooner rather than later, but... Yeah, I can grab some of those. Yeah. You do indeed know. Of course, everyone on my Discord is also getting that impression. Because they get to see... You stupid shark, Grace. They get to see all the time that I'm actually playing. Because it just shows when I'm playing games on Steam. Yes, I have stolen Josh's name for her. That is Grace. Ooh, I got her. Yay. Okay. That makes life much easier. And I don't need your head. But, I showed you Let's Game It Out together when he played this with the plank tornado and how he was clipping himself into walls and things. So that's why I call her Grace. It is a hard habit to break, and I like that name more than Bruce. pour one out for Grace. Unfortunately, you can't craft alcohol in here. I'm sorry. This is just not a thing that works. One of these days, I still want to get one of those brewing kits to actually make some more spruce beer. Because it's kind of a pain just reusing in my bottles for it. There's a lot of things I'd like to do. I need more shelves too. There is one thing I can say about playing games like this, is they make me want more organization in my life too. Because it's nice having things where you expect them. And very frustrating when they're not. Actually, I was just telling everyone earlier, my nephew came over yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. I was supposed to be playing Raft with another guy as like a collaboration stream yesterday, but my nephew wanted to come over instead, so we watched anime together during that time. Yeah, it's nice. And it's pretty relaxing in that way too, because the organization is only really for a few items. It's not like there's hundreds and hundreds of them that you need to worry about. It's just like, here's the base stuff, make sure it's together, and then you know how much you have and where it is. And it is a great pleasure being able to see everything neatly arranged. Actually, I played, I don't know if I told you, I actually replayed Subnautica on stream like last month, I think, and had some interesting moments there. None of the things that I needed were where they were supposed to be. So, for example, all of the Cyclops engine pieces were gathered directly behind the Aurora. Yeah, that's the whole series that I uploaded on YouTube. I don't think there's any left on Twitch because they only... There might be clips left. There might be some clips left on Twitch, but it really only lets you keep videos for about, I think, 2 weeks before it deletes them as an affiliate. Unless, if you're not an affiliate, it only keeps them for a week, so that's at least a little bit better. Did I not? Oh, here it is. This is what I was looking for. Yeah. So I just upload it to YouTube so it doesn't get left behind. I got to do something fun, and I named the Cyclops and Prawn Suit and Sea Moth after regular viewers of mine. And then when I left the time capsule behind, I quoted what they were saying as quotes. It was entertaining. I enjoyed it. It was a fun thing to do. Also, don't judge me. There was one moment where I had a little incident and I swore. I'm sorry. I know you're disappointed. I got scared to heck by the by a ghost leviathan. I am not a brave man. You know this. It was a stressful moment. And somebody clipped it. Oh, actually, I don't know if you use Twitch very much, Brad, but there are these channel point things Okay, okay, good. But there are these channel point things that I have uh, running. You should be collecting them as you're watching and chatting. You can use those to mess with me. Okay. So down underneath chat, there's a little... Yeah, those things. So if you click that, that's channel reward points. You can use those to mess with me. And I have little audio tidbits and things you can use whenever you want. And chat has taken to making me sing quite frequently lately. So there is one to make me sing until I cough. You just missed me singing Hercules, Go the Distance. And yesterday, I think, they made me sing the Muse song, Zero to Hero. Yeah, I don't know why they like it, but they do. The very first time that got cashed in, yeah, I mean, you have that power. The very first time it got cashed in, do you know what they made me sing? They made me sing the Rickroll. I had to sing Never Gonna Give You Up as the very first thing they made me do. And then the other day, they made me sing Mother Lover by The Lonely Island. Yeah. I've had to sing Fat Bottom Girls from Queen. Yeah, yeah. I still looked up the lyrics just in case. Uh-huh, uh-huh. There is a lot of chaos that goes on this stream. uh, that's true, but I think at some point that one is coming as well. Incidentally, this one will be a freebie because it's just fun to throw in. Where is my... Where are my channel points? I know I can use them here. Yeah. Oh, here it is. That's why. So I can do this. Get started.
That's what she said.
I do have little audio clips for all of them. And every single one of them has been from someone else suggesting things. Yeah, when somebody redeems the singing one, I have the clip from Lion King with Rafiki saying, "It is time." I actually wanted to put in the Shrek version of I Need a Hero when somebody gives me a raid or something, but for whatever reason, that song specifically is so copyright that I couldn't use even a 4-second clip. It just wouldn't even let me upload it. It was very surprising. They're like, hey, this is copyright. You can't use it. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. Yeah. I wouldn't want to mess with them. But Twitch has also been a little more concerned about it. And it actually led to a very funny situation. I don't know if I ever told you about this. But there was an instance where Metallica copyright claimed something that happened on a stream. And Twitch was like, okay, fine, we understand that. We'll take it down. But then Twitch, at one of their conventions, got Metallica to perform. And because of the lawsuit, the song that they were performing live, their own song, was censored by Twitch live. So they put other music over top of it. It was quite the entertaining situation. I agree. Alright, so I've got a good amount of iron now, which means I should actually be able to make the raft a little better and hopefully build an engine. Because an engine I have been waiting on for quite some time. Is this one not going? They're all going. Good. It does not, but if I have it, you actually can make a toilet. There is actually like a little thing you can set up as a toilet, and it's just... No, but you can make one. It's like a little latrine, so it's just a box with a seat on it, and it is meant to be a toilet. I haven't unlocked it yet, though. I have to get more of the packages. I guess. I mean, I do pick up palm leaves. It's not like I have to use my hand. But it's sterile, and I like the taste. I'm sorry I had to. I end up talking about how you're the one that makes me watch all the movies, because I never go to movies on my own. Heck yeah. I gotta pick up all this crap that I missed. There we go. There's a new Jurassic World? See, this is why I say you're the one that has to tell me about these things, because I would not have known that. Not even a little bit. I think the only thing that I got to tell you about first was the Spaceballs remake that's coming up. And that's not even out for like quite a while. Oh, that's surprising actually, and surprisingly promising. I need some more bricks. Where are the bricks? I'm hopeful too. That would be nice. It feels like it's been a while since I've seen anything even remotely interesting enough to get excited about. Where's my other furnace? Smeltery, there we go. Should be 6, yes. No, you're not distracting me at all. Brad, this is the point of the stream. People come in, they distract me, we chat, I play the game. This is exactly what it's supposed to be. Don't feel like you're distracting me. You should see some of the crazy things that we talk about and get up to here. As a matter of fact, you probably will the more you stick around. But I'm not kidding when I say that I seem to have attracted gremlins. Yeah, it's surprising and interesting and sometimes even funny. there is, I think I told you about Grim Curio. She is quite fond of this emote. She asked me to put it on specifically, which is
lizard.
That. Sadly, Brad, it's not a toilet. It's a piece of the shark. I'm just trying to cook it. I am the grill master. I am the one who grills. There we go. Okay. There we go. Actually, I was talking to everyone the other day about... I don't know how we got on this subject, but I was talking about the friendship-destroying Mario Party games we used to play. And how I'm surprised we are still friends after all that. Also, if anybody is watching this on the VOD because you missed part of it, this is the fellow that I was talking about the other day who, when we met, he winded me by playing Power Rangers because he punched me in the chest so hard. This is my best friend. I say fellow an awful lot, by the way. That's not a weird thing that I say specifically for you. Like, hello, fellows. How you doing? Yeah. And then I also told them how I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers after that for a while. Dude, I still, every once in a while, go back and watch those transformation sequences because there is something so wonderfully, peacefully nostalgic about it. No, you're not ruining my life. I do that plenty on my own. It does indeed, yeah. Give me a toilet. Oh, I got a clock. Okay. I don't actually get the clock. I get a recipe for the clock. Alright. So I can drop more of these off. What else do I have in here? I've got some bolts and some hinges. This can come with me. I don't know why you're in there. Okay, good. I was actually telling everyone the other day about some of my crazy experiences growing up and about how clumsy I was and how capable of ruining my own life I am. Like the story about the straitjacket for my sister's wedding. That was interesting. I always get a kick telling that one. Go away, Grace. There we go. Okay. Did I tell you about Grace has resurrected? Yes. She only goes away for about 5 minutes. What was I about to say? I don't remember. Okay, well, not that big a deal. I'll think of it eventually. Probably. maybe. There we go. It was something to do with Discord. Oh, right. I remember. Okay. Did I tell you specifically what I call these weekend streams, Brad? Because I have a very special name for them. I call them boss battle weekends. Not because I'm fighting a boss, but because weekends are usually slower for my viewership. And my agreement with chat is that I will play spooky games when I hit average viewership numbers. Like games that I don't really want to play because they are scary. And the only conditions on them are that they can't be supernatural, and I don't want to have to pay for them. And unfortunately, what fits that criteria is the Red Plague mod for Subnautica. So if I end up getting an average of 10 viewers for a full month, I will play the Red Plague. And oh boy, I am not looking forward to that. We're already getting closer to the first milestone, which is the average of 5 viewers. And it's just a little short game that was recommended to me. But I call this boss battle weekend because if nobody shows up, I get to restore my health like in a boss fight. I get to bring that average viewership down. It's the only way I can recover. So either I get more viewers and it helps out the algorithm, or I don't get many viewers and I get to stave off scary games. Either way, I win. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Is either way I win, but I'm really hoping I win. Oh, that's not good. I'm really hoping I win more often than not. Because I don't want to play scary games. I'm a coward. You know this. I'm a coward. I don't want to play scary things. I will. I don't want to, but I will. This one. Here we go. I did not do it to you. You loved Subnautica. You played it all the way through without me because you loved it so much. It's not a scary game. That's a fun game. Just happens to be a little unnerving. Oh, Minecraft is not scary. I don't think so anyway. Yeah, okay, well, to be fair, you probably can blame me for Subnautica. That's reasonable. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Okay, you're right. You can blame me for that. I won't take that away from you. You have the right to blame me for that. If I can, I'm still going to, if it comes on sale again, I'm still going to get you Outer Wilds during the next Steam sale, which should be at the end of this month. Because Outer Wilds is an amazing experience. You'll love it. Yeah. Outer Wilds. Not the Outer Wilds, just Outer Wilds. And I played that on stream already. That was actually the one that got me like 3 of my regular viewers. And it was the first time I actually felt like I was, you know, having fun streaming. But there's like a whole The joke is it's a cult. It's not actually a cult, but there is, in fact, an entire Discord server that I didn't know about until after, where they discuss the game outside of the streamer's eyes and how the streamer is progressing. So after I completed the game, I got to be invited to the Discord, and so I got to read through all of their notes as they're talking about me and my discoveries. It's just don't learn anything about it until you've played it, because you will only get to experience it once. It is a purely knowledge gated game, meaning if you know how to beat it, you can just do it in like minutes. But it ruins the experience for you. So don't look up anything about it. It's not a scary game. Exactly, yes. That is the perfect way to go into it, is not knowing a single thing. And, yeah. If I can, if it goes on sale, I will try and get that for you during the next Steam sale. What? I didn't even die. Why you do this? Oh, okay, you just wanted to hear it. That was one of the things that I got put in as soon as I started, or as soon as I got affiliate status, because there were a good number of times I had very dumb ways to die. That's fine. You're free to spend them however you want. Most of the time, people just use that to make fun of me for dying in stupid ways, though. That was why I put it in, because I ended up dying a lot in very silly manners. Specifically in Outer Wilds, I would crash, or I would run out of oxygen, or I'd do just various idiotic things by accident. You certainly have had several opportunities this time where I got eaten by a shark for no reason. Or early on in the stream, I died because I was swimming to a large island like this, and a pufferfish I didn't see stung me, so I got poisoned, and then Grace finished me off. Let's see, I gotta... Oh, not that one. Ugly thing. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna seal this in as well. I am out of wood again. Oh, hey, get back here. One thing I do tell people is, I know you don't have Discord, Brad, but on the Discord, there's like suggestion channels and things. Because if you ever want to see something or you have feedback, like this thing is too expensive, or I want to make it my button, whatever, just let me know. I can adjust those channel reward costs. Like, for example, I do have Pinky in the Brain Narf here, which you might appreciate. Narf! Everything that's on there is the result of somebody else making a suggestion for it. So, like, if you want something like that added, just let me know. I am happy to oblige, especially if it gets used. Because I have been watching a lot more streamers lately, since you just end up supporting people that also support you. And one thing that I've found is so many people have channel rewards that nobody uses, so they just end up accumulating forever. There are some channels I have like 60 to 70,000 channel points in, and it's like, well, I'd rather you guys are able to enjoy doing silly things with me. I just didn't quite know how to price everything out at the start so that it wouldn't turn into a constant stream of fart sound effects, for example. Because that is also, I have 2 different farts available. Anyway, I have gone about about 10 minutes over what I planned to. Oh, no worries, man. Sorry about that. I have them running on auto 3 minutes worth every hour so that nobody gets pre-roll ads when they join. But unfortunately, I don't know how to set up the... I don't know how to set up alerts to let me know when they're running. Yeah. Ads are definitely the worst part about being monetized like this, is I wasn't expecting to have to contend with them. But anyway, what I said was, I know you don't use Discord, but all of the channel rewards and things are things that people have asked for. They're in the suggestion channel there. So if there's ever one that you're like, hey, I would like to see this on the channel, or hey, I think this button is too expensive, I want to use it more, just let me know. I can add it in. And I included the use of this button here for you, because this was one that was added the other day I thought you'd appreciate.
No!
Pinky in the brain narf. Yeah. Anyway, that being said, this is already about 10 minutes later than my usual end streaming time for today, because I was caught up talking to you and I appreciated your presence, so I just got a little lost in the sauce here. But I will be back tomorrow at the same time, which for you, Brad, is 1 p.m. on weekends. I want to go back to Final Fantasy, and I need to rest my voice because I've been talking for a while again. But yeah, thank you for stopping in. I hope to see you again soon. And again, for anyone watching on Twitch or YouTube VODs, by all means, follow, hang out. And I'll see you next time. Have a good day, everyone. Oh, actually, before we go, I almost forgot to do this. Let me go to the main menu here. What I'm going to do is, since there are still 2 of you, I think. Yeah, Clarissa's here as well. I will do a channel raid, and if you join it, you get a bunch of channel points. It's somewhere between like 1 and 350, I think. So if you want to join in with that, you're welcome to. Otherwise, no big deal. Let's see who's online here. We'll send you to Mari. Yeah, we'll send you to Mari. I think Clarissa's probably already there, so we'll go there anyway. Raid channel, Mari Stiller. And start raid. All right. Gonna stop the stream. Thank you again. Catch you next time.